2-minute drill, same situation, 2-minute drill.
Okay.
Dad, are you taking Matt Stafford or Joe Burrow?
Okay. This was easy. Um, Matt Stafford. It was easy. It was just. It was. But it was easy, but it was complicated because there's two Matt Staffords. There's
Right.
Matt Stafford, Detroit Lions, and Matt Stafford with Detroit with the Detroit Lions. And I don't know why I keep saying Detroit, but the Detroit Lions, Matt Stafford is 6 years in a row of over 4,200 yards thrown, and one year, 2020, 2011,
5,000.
5,000 with 41
5,000.
tutties. The
Yeah.
only thing that leans towards Joe that is the difference maker is the interceptions.
Mm,
Matt
yeah.
throws a lot of picks.
We,
Right.
we we
Matt
call those
I've
Stevies.
been
He throws a lot of
crazy.
Stevies.
Yeah, he does. He throws them out there. Joe, the highest he's ever thrown is 2021, and that was 14. But other than that, he's been under. He's averaged under 9 picks over his career. Joe Burrow is under 9 picks in his career, and Matt Stafford. Well, Matt Stafford is over 13 picks. I mean, one year he threw 20 picks with the Lions in 2029.
Yeah, I think he led the league in interceptions that
Yeah,
year.
he threw 20 of them things. He was like, listen, anybody in not wearing a Lions uniform, you're gonna get one this game.
You're gonna get a
Yeah.
pass.
Yeah, you're gonna get a pass. You're gonna get a pass. But you have to credit Sean McVay, and the reason why I took him, I took Matt over Joe Burrows at this point, even though Joe Burrows is younger, probably has a longer career, or maybe hope he has a longer career, and Matt's 37 years old, is that somehow or another, if we balance it all out and we looked at 2024 and we just looked at their numbers individually, yeah, Joe had 4,900 yards and 43 tutties and only 9 INTs. But at 37 years old, Matt went 20 TDs, 20 tutties, and almost 4,000 yards, but his completion ratio was 65%.
Mm.
Joe was at 70. Matt's at 37 years old with above 65% completion ratio with 20 tutties and only eight INTs. He only gave that thing away 8 times. Oh, it's nah. I took Matt Stafford because what I'm saying here, that right now he's also not missed any games. By the way, we got to throw that in there. Matt's been available. He's been available, and the year before that, he threw 24 tutties. So what I'm seeing with him, I can call it right now, Matt Stafford. 4,000 yards, 22 tutties, 9 interceptions, and a passer rating of 95%. And I can't call that with Joe Burrows. I cannot definitively say that these are going to be numbers because we could be Joe Burrows of 2,300 yards and 15 tutties, or we could be Joe Burrows of 4,500 yards. I don't see 40 tutties. I see maybe 30. I'm going with Matt Stafford because I think Joe Burrows, he bit off a lot with taking Ty, and saying we need him, we have to have him. So you got this inflated roster, and you got a guy who's got to produce. On the other end, you got a guy that we don't have this inflated roster, but we guys that are going to produce. I'll take Matt Stafford.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy. Just Matt Stafford.
Okay.
Matt Stafford, in my opinion, is the most dangerous quarterback in the league, next to Pat Mahomes in the 2-minute offense. Realistically, he's one of two guys that I don't want to be. I don't want them to have the ball last. Not even in a 2-minute situation. Just I don't want the game to be in the line with either one of those guys having the ball last. Just they have the uncanny ability to just fit balls in areas where it's almost impossible. They make really, really heads up plays, and it just seems that as the pressure builds, those two guys thrive in pressure-packed moments, right? There is no shaking with Matt Stafford, especially since he's actually gone to LA, right? You can make the argument that he's actually gotten better with time, if that's possible.
Point.
Like he's gotten fit, and mind you, he started his college his NFL career with arguably one of the 5 best wide receivers of all time, Megatron.
Right.
And he's managed to get better. Like he's gotten better in pressure situations. That LA team was not supposed to win the Super Bowl. There was nobody in the beginning of the season that had LA winning. the Super
Not
Bowl
me.
that year that they wanted. I didn't see it coming. I mean, and they went on a playoff run anchored by Matt Stafford's arm. He was just unbeatable. You know what? So
He was
I
swinging that.
love Burrow. I love Burrow, but the beauty of this question is that we're not talking about overall game. We're not talking about for a season. We're talking about you pick one guy to win you a game in a 2-minute situation,
Matt
right?
Stafford.
And I have a hard time. I'm not saying that he's going to be healthy, but a perfect or a healthy Matt Stafford in a 2-minute situation, down by 4, is +6 for your team, right?
As
In most cases.
Philadelphia, they again, like I said last week,
Yeah, they
Philadelphia
did.
white knuckled that game. They really white knuckled that game because Stafford got hot in the fourth quarter. In the second half of the game, he recognized Philadelphia's
Yeah.
scheme, and they got some pretty lucky breaks. But if it really holds true, and that game goes 2 more minutes, I don't know if we're seeing Philly, even with the best team in football, is going to the Super Bowl.
I don't. I want to be able to disagree with you, but I can't at this point in time. Like
Right.
you get no disagreement from me. Matt Stafford versus Joe Burrow, 2-minute situation. You know what? Down by 4, 75 yards to go. I'm taking Matt Stafford. Right. I'm just taking him as my quarterback. Next
I,
question. Next
I, uh,
question.
I ended up, and same thing, Joe Burrow, and I love the guy. I love watching him play. He's just a perfectionist with throwing the pigskin. But Matt Stafford, he's like a carpenter. He's just going to carve you up. And he's somebody who can elevate any receiver to a number one receiver, just like he did with Puka Nacua, and just like how he brought the best out of Cooper Kupp and how we seen with Megatron. Like he's going to highlight you. He's very coachable. He's very smart, very friendly. And man, I love everything about him. I just took Matt Stafford because of his veteran skills, because of his precision. He has a cannon for an arm, and he
And
throws one of the best spirals in the league. And even at 37, he still can get that pigskin down the field, and he'll get in the end zone. So
And
I'm going to
he's
go with Matt
unflappable.
Stafford.
He's
Yeah,
unflappable too. You knock
yeah.
him
And
around,
he could play
hit him,
banged up too. Yeah, it
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Just doesn't
Yeah,
I
matter.
he's
just
like
want to I just want to throw this out.
he's like the NFL's mankind.
Yeah.
I just want to throw this out there that while we're talking about Joe Burrow, and I recognize how complete of a quarterback he is, but we also need to add in there that he's born in 1996. He's 28 right now.
Yeah.
The clock with a quarterback is, I know we're only talking 2-minute drill, but you've still got to have this ability to see it and let it go. See it, let it go. You've got to read the field. You only got a few seconds with that defensive end or the linebacker cracking down on you. Something about Matt Stafford and his ability to ball placement. He'll throw it, sling it sidearm. He'll go underarm. He can loop it. His ball. I don't know what his ball finessing or just his ball placement. That is really dynamic. And all I see from Joe, he has a great cannon. He's got a cannon for an arm. He throws a great deep ball.
Mm-hmm.
His intermediate stuff is fantastic, but his deep ball is amazing. But I don't
Amazing.
see anything that Matt Stafford can't do within 7 to 13 yards to get you the ball.
Right.
And that's a 2-minute drill. It's 7 to 13 yards to get that ball over a mush in the middle of the field. Everyone's dropping. Linebackers are playing deeper. Safeties are coming up. Cornerbacks are chasing. You've got maybe 5 in the passing yard. It's just a lot of scrum on the field going on. Matt Stafford just seems to have a unique ability amidst all that chaos to find that guy. And that's why I can't. 2-minute drill.
Not
It's
choosing
hard.
yourself.
It's very, very hard for me to
Not.
pick over that guy.
I'm not
Yeah.
picking you.
Also,
Not picking.
after 5 years, like you said, Joe Burrow being 28 or whatnot. I mean, after 5+ years in the league, you now get judged on basically what you've accomplished so far. And a quick stat that I seen the other day is Joe Burrow for his career is 38, 30, and 1.
Wow.
That's not very impressive.
Not at all.
38, 30, and 1.
Wow.
So he's not too far off from Justin Herbert.
He's
know?
living off of the hype of making it
Yes,
to the Super Bowl
Mahomes.
that 1 year, right?
Wow.
I mean,
That's it. And Matt Stafford beat him in the Super Bowl.
yeah. Look,
And we seen Matt Stafford in the 2-minute drill too. Carve him up.
I'm not going. Look, you know what? You can live off a hype. I believe you earn the right to live off a hype, but at some point in time, it becomes a what have you done for me lately, right? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Joe Burrow put up some amazing stat lines
Oh
last
yeah.
season. Well, I'm not even going to touch. I mean, look, when you throw for 43 touchdowns in an NFL season,
Whew.
4,900 yards, that is just you balled,
Yeah.
right?
And
You
single
I
digit
Mahomes,
also
you Mahomes
interceptions.
did. You Mahomes did.
I, I will also say that, you know what, if you gave Matt Stafford an opportunity to choose Joe Burrow's offensive staff, his offensive weaponry versus his, I also think Matt Stafford would probably elect to take Joe Burrow's because I think he has probably one of the best offensive teammates, offensive group around him in terms of skill positions. Chase, Higgins, you know what? I mean, obviously they don't have the same running back that they had. They traded him a season ago, but I mean at one point in time they had Mixon included in that, right? So come on. Yeah, look, you know what? Those are ballers. He had a number of ballers on the squad too. So, but I'm still taking Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford can do more with less. Plus, I trust Matt Stafford to get up, knock the dust off, knock the dirt off, get back out there, sling it down 40 yards, next throw, right? So, and not do anything
Okay.
stupid with the ball.